This is Quick and Simple Life Hacks Part 13, a finely curated list of tips and tricks to make your life easier. Word on the street is that if you add a teaspoon of vinegar to the water while making hard-boiled eggs, that it helps keep the egg whites from running out if the egg happens to crack. More specifically though, we suggest adding balsamic vinegar because it'll slightly tint the eggshells so you can differentiate between the hard-boiled eggs and the raw eggs when you put them back in the carton. Cooking sprays can be convenient, but often they're overpriced and filled with sketchy ingredients. Make your own natural cooking spray by adding 1 part olive oil or other cooking oil and 5 parts water to a misting spray bottle. Make sure you shake it before each use. It's much healthier and cheaper than store-bought stuff. Here's a side tip. When cooking with sticky ingredients like honey, use cooking spray on measuring cups and spoons to help it slide out and make cleaning a breeze. Some of you might like the dusty remnants near the bottom of your cereal box. But for those of you who don't, here's a quick fix. Eliminate the unwanted crumbs by running it through a colander. Your cereal will now maintain that crunch while avoiding mushy clumps of sugary dust particles in your milk. Have your dentist thank us later. Are you sick of dipping your fingers in the milk when eating Oreos, or even worse, watching your Oreo crumble to the bottom when it slips away? Next time, stab a fork or a knife right into the cream filling so you can dip the entire cookie instead of your fingers. You'll never lose those crumbles again. Next time you're chilling in front of your TV but you're really craving popcorn, try this tip and avoid getting your entire hand covered in butter. Carefully set out your hot bag of popcorn and let it cool. Then turn it into an instant popcorn bowl by cutting out a rectangle on one side. Now you can save yourself from dirtying up a bowl and just eat directly from the bag without all the mess. A great number of folks who drink coffee also use creamer in that coffee, which means they probably go through a lot of coffee creamer bottles or little capsules. Before recycling them, try upcycling them as storage containers. Simply rinse them out, remove the labels, and put them to good use. There's so many creative ways to reuse these bottles, so spare the environment and save some money in the process. Want a simple solution for all that closet clutter? Organize your belts, ties, and scarves using shower curtain rings. You can add them like this, or take it one step further by zip tying them in the same direction as your hanger. Tie them to the hanger and to each other. Clip off all the excess. It's a cheap way to organize your belongings and to conserve space for other items. If you've ever dropped or lost tiny objects between couch cushions or on the floor, you might have tried sweeping a magnet around the area, or perhaps you even tried the pantyhose on the end of your vacuum trick. But what if you don't have pantyhose? You almost certainly have a new or used fabric softener sheet. Double up a few at the end of your vacuum hose and secure it with a rubber band. With a little patience and precision, your search and rescue mission will have a happier ending than Margaret's massage parlor on 5th Avenue. Even the bristles of some of the mightiest vacuum cleaners can accumulate a buildup of lint, string, pet fur, and human hair. But instead of grabbing a knife or a pair of scissors, try using seam rippers or a letter opener instead. You see, they're the perfect size and shape, so you can get right in there. The blade is small enough to reach the corners and rip that hair right out. After just a few well-aimed strokes and tugs, your vacuum should be more effective now that it has brushes that actually work. We've all experienced the struggle of getting the last few dregs of toothpaste out of the end of the tube. Save yourself some hassle with a binder clip. First, take the cap off to avoid creating trapped air. Then, flatten the bottom of the tube and slowly roll into rectangular folds towards the opening. Once you get near the end, seal it off with a clip. Just attach the cap until you're ready to use it again. No need to keep squeezing. Pot lids can be difficult to store and take up more space than they really need to. But this simple trick will keep your recessed shelving organized and free up space by utilizing the inside of the cabinet doors. Using 2 plastic adhesive hooks per lid, space them out at a 90-degree angle from each other so that the pot lids rest into the hooks without falling. These inexpensive removable hooks are easy to install and keep your lids out of sight. Not to mention they can easily be removed later. Thank you all so much for watching. Please put your own little life hacks or tips that you do around the house in the comments. If we use it in the next video, we'll feature you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all next time.